So you are goblins of the Licktoad tribe who live deep in Brinestump Marsh. Chief Gutwad, your leader, found a weird box within the building. Inside was a map. Then, this morning, Chief Gutwad announced that tonight there would be a feast in order to drive out any lingering bad luck from Scribbleface's poor decisions. He looks down at you and says, "You all be heroes. It shows a route to a place near coast where Scribbleface found fireworks, and it says more are there. I want them. You all go get them tomorrow. Tonight, we have big bonfire to burn bad luck away from you. We play mini games. Much fun!" All right, both of you have some familiarity with this. The games are sort of like performances that the goblins put upon for their chief, especially when they're being sent out to do something. Oh, which would be you guys in this case. They vary in what they are, but they're mostly disgusting, difficult, or lethal. And the chief's booming voice catches everybody's attention over the drums and the fire. And he says, "Let there be games! First, the dance with Squealy Nord." And you hear a... And so you get a nice rear angle and jump onto Squealy Nord. And all the goblins drop their tethers as Squealy Nord begins to move forward, squealing away. You are not trained in riding. You need one final roll to impress these goblins.
All right. One last
roll.
I want to jump into the mud pit with him and I'll be like, "You are my friend!" I want to run after Squealy Nord.
Absolutely. All you need to do is roll your riding here. One more final riding check.
Okay.
Chuffy would like to prepare to try to catch him with his one good
A 12.
Wow. Yeah. No, you are
Nice.
more than able to keep going. And it's at this point that Squealy Nord actually just gets tired and flops in the mud, leaving you the victorious one here. As Poog is looking for where he can bury his treasure, the baskets that are dripping foul liquid are brought out. And, well, you guys had figured this out earlier. There's a good chance you'd be eating slugs, and, well, it looks like they pulled out a bunch of slugs. And one of the guards, the loyal ones, say, "Which one of you is going to eat these?"
Chuffy, looking over at the at the success of Poog, wants to prove himself. So he's going to stand up and me.
All right, you got to eat all these slugs as quick as you can.
You looking over at Poog's success, you just see him like ass up, face down in the dirt, just digging like a dog. You're like, "That guy's so cool. I need to be better."
Yeah, I need to be better than him.
The chief booms over everybody's voices and the cheers of the goblins and the drums. Says, "Now, time to eat bull slugs! Eat, eat, eat!" And everybody starts chanting with the chief as eat, eat, eat. They pull the lid off the basket, and you can see that there are indeed 5 disgustingly large and slimy bull slugs. They're all writhing and trying to get out, trying to get back to freedom and safety. But there's you.
I'm going to... Chuffy is just going to, in the most disgusting way possible, grab like a fistful of them, shove them into his mouth, start chewing on them as like things are... Like, he's dripping from his mouth and, like, his pustules are popping with the chewing motion. He's looking real gross right now.
Do you want to try and spit out the poison bladder I'd mentioned earlier? Or are you just going in all?
I think, for Chuffy, that's the most delicious part.
All right. Go ahead and roll your vigor.
All right.
I'd like to elbow Slorb and be like,
I think I'm starting to understand why his face looks like that.
You say that, and Slorp, who was just passing by to deliver a message to somebody else, looks over. You both get a look at Chuffy as he's taken his first bite, and his face is just dripping with black goo. And since it's become night now, and the bonfire is your only source of light, it's particularly ominous looking. He looks demonic as his sharp teeth shine through bits of that black slime. You're doing a great job,
just
Chuffy.
imagining your boils and stuff glowing in the dark.
Yeah, we'll say there's a few that actually do.
The firelight is glistening off of them. Some of them, yeah.
It's just greasy and stuff, so they're just it's like a bald head, and they're just reflecting light.
But you're not through yet. You're gonna need to keep chewing. Give me another vigor roll.
Scoops up another fistful.
Yeah, this one is going well. It's not as big as the last mouthful, because this is sort of now they're still trying to crawl out of your throat. You just keep kind of chewing as they come back up. It's very difficult to swallow these creatures, even after killing them. They keep moving. And you just keep chewing away. You're almost there, though. There's one stubborn one in your hand that, as you're eating through, one that's just not wanting to go down. The biggest of them all. One final vigor check.
Chuffy's going to lick his face to try to get some of the liquid that's streaming down it right now to kind of wash down whatever's in his throat.
There's a goblin that approaches you, has a wet, soggy leaves, and offers them up to you like napkins.
He just shakes his head and just licks. And then he goes in for the last bite.
Go for it. I swear if this is another critical failure. Okay. Yep, and just as the goblins are chanting for you to eat, you get through before whatever arbitrary time limit they were setting on you. You even glance around for a brief moment. Poog was dancing before going back to
I was cheering. I thought I was cheering, but yes, he's over there just
He's doing a lot of things over there.
He's just in his own world.
There's some goblins in the crowd that are just dancing, yeah.
There's the circle of people all watching him, and then just outside the circle, I'm just over there Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see Slorb returning to Chief Gutwad, who whispers into his ear and motions to his side. And Slorb, with a lot of struggle and with the help of two other goblins, come over to you, bringing you this really ornate-looking dog slicer, the sword that most commonly is used by your tribe. And they say, The Gorge of Gluttons shall be yours for this adventure, but when you bring back, you leave here. Only temporary owner.
I thought they meant when you come back, you have to leave.
I'm kicked out.
He looks at
you got kicked out for using the sword.
He looks at your spider. What temporary mean?
Oh, that's good.
Anytime we use words that are too big.
Anytime,
Wait,
just ask Skank
He
Rush.
said the word and then asked the spider what it meant. I didn't put that together. I thought he heard the spider say something and he's like, what temporary mean? I was like, whoa, he can hear the spider.
Yeah, Stank Rush is constantly being okay, so they're not understanding. Just say it's temporary.
God, that's funny.
Wait, what that mean?
Wait, what?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
He takes it, and this thing has a pommel on
Yes.
it, right?
Sort of.
Chuffy's going to take it, and he's going to take out of his backpack a stuffed raven and stick it onto the sword down to the pommel. Be like, puts it in his
You've
scabbard.
added your mark to the Gorge of Gluttons. The Raven's Gorge of Gluttons, I guess.
He shoved it right up the Raven's Gorge.
Yep, that. And you now have a very ornate-looking sword. The guards are bringing you guys back along to the lines, to the sidelines, so that they can set up the next game. And you can see that Poog is digging a hole nearby, but that's not going to work out very well. Somebody's going to dig there soon. And so, Poog, you have a nice hole, but you're not sure if you should plant your potion in there.
Yeah, I wanna throw them off. Like make them think it's in there, but it's really still on me. So, I'm gonna put I'd like to put a almost empty salt shaker in there and bury it.
All right. You have lost your almost empty salt shaker and have tricked the townsfolk.
Yeah, I want to trick them so they'll think it's in there. And then, my squashed dried toad. How squashed is it? Like, does this still resemble toad shape?
Yeah, it's still toad shaped, but it is pretty squashed. It's a flat toad.
Okay, so if I set up my toad as a guard over this spot, do you think it would throw the goblins off or no?
Somebody might eat it. Somebody will probably eat your squash toad.
Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna head back over to the next game because I'm ready for this one.
Yeah, you see your comrade with his nice new sword. You're both on the sidelines. And, is there anything you'd
Hi,
like
comrade.
to do?
I don't know what that word means either, Mr. Spider. Poog back from North America. That's where I buried my gourd. So good luck.
Fight, buddy. That's what Spider says. That's what that word means. Fight, buddy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fight me. I was like, what? Poog not scared. So Poog gonna go away from you now.
I'd like to walk over to the next game.
It's still being set up.
Totally not scared.
You can see that you should be scared as they are getting this massive metal contraption out. Several goblins are dragging it through the mud. It's getting stuck. You can hear several of them already crying and complaining as this beast is already trying to steal some ears and fingers. Yes, the rusty ear biter, an infamous coil made of barrel hoops, rusty wires, there's bent swords, thorny branches, and they're setting it up in this mud pit, presumably for one of you to crawl through it.
I'd like to go hang out with the honor guard, the goblins who carried Gutwad.
Absolutely. You can approach them.
Like, nudge him and be like,
When Poog come back, big hero, Poog gonna be one of you guys. Honor guard. Get to carry Mr. Gutwad. I don't know why I called him that. That was weird.
The goblin strokes his chin and says, yeah, probably. Be just like us. Big honor. Big honor.
Yeah, big honor. Life goal. Poog's big life goal. Poog's big journey.
I like the sound of that. Poog's big journey sounds like a great story.
Yeah, I just named episode of my adventure. A name master. I name things now.
Oh, they should make you a name master.
They should. That's a great idea. I'll tell them you said so.
You can see that this trap has been set up finally, and the guard next to you, Poog, says, "You gonna be going through it?"
Oh.
What do you gotta go?
Well, Poog not scared or nothing. Poog big hero now. I'll have my secretary. I'll have Poog have secretary now. Poog big adventurer. Poog secretary go make sure it's ready for him. Poog.
Does Poog run back to Chuffy then?
Yeah, he'll be like saying that as he's like hurriedly scuffling, but like trying to not make it look like he's running. So he's like kind of power walking as he kind of looks over his shoulder.
Huffy.
Just shouting your name as you approach, and then
Don't remember
I
things.
think he's
right.
lost it. I think he's lost it.
Huffy, are you ready?
For what?
Huffy's big break. Huffy gets to be a common like Poog, be a big adventure hero.
He's just gonna like look at Stank Rush and kind of look back at Poog and like questioning, like, what do you mean?
I'd like to step out of the way and do like a grand, like revealing gesture to this contraption behind me. Be like,
Huffy's big break. I named that.
Chuffy's gonna like look at the overall trap. Is it made of like? So you said it's like barbed wire wrapped around like sticks and stuff.
yeah,
like that?
and barrel hoops and anything else that looks like they could get their hands on. It kind of resembles like a McDonald's play area kind of tube, but made of sharp and pain, and as if somebody wanted to make a path that wasn't very agreeable. There's like swords sticking through at various points. You have to crawl over wire as it like crisscrosses through the tunnel. With your arm situation, you're not feeling terribly confident.
Yeah. Chuffy's gonna kind of look at it and be like, he's gonna look at it, seeing if like there's anything that he can like disarm to make it a little easier. Like, is there anything like spring-loaded or any like tripwires anywhere amongst it to potentially use some of his skills?
Roll your notice.
Okay. Notice.
Wow, your wild die
Dang.
saved you there.
Well, thank
them,
you, Wild Die.
Got them rolls today.
You're looking at this and trying to find something you could do to make it easier, of course, but everything that you think you could probably do would be upsetting the other goblins, breaking the rules, like unwinding something to make it so the sword just kind of goes to the side. But it does dawn on you, if you had grease of some kind, or fat, or something smeared on you that's slippery, you might be able to...
Isn't he already smothered in
Your
grease
face is
and
covered.
oil?
You could try
My
and
pustules.
smear it on you more. Or you could smear it on Poog.
Yeah, Chuffy's going to relay this information to Poog, like,
Me. All right. Stankrush says we should grease ourselves before going in.
Now is
Yeah,
a really
grease.
weird time for you to start bathing for the first time in your entire life.
Oh, no, not grease. No, not wash, grease. Do you have grease?
Poog not have grease. Are you trying to cheat?
no.
Oh, well that's too bad. Poog could probably help you cheat.
Got me there.
And how would you do that?
Poog wizard. Poog can make a machine weak.
Let's see.
Remember pocket magic? Yeah, but different magic. Not gonna make machine disappear.
Throw
That's
sand
silly.
at it. It's just sandy.
Ah, damn.
Okay. Fine. I'll do it.
So Chuffy is going to be like just pressing his face together to pop everything, and then just start smearing it
Oh
on his
no!
body. And then to like add to it, he in like some of the like drier areas of his body, he's going to take out his bottle of brine-soaked alligator eyes and pour some of the brine liquid onto it.
We're gonna need a like cautionary alert at the beginning of this episode.
It's goblins. It's gonna be
Grossness.
gross.
Warning.
We take it too far.
But yeah, so Chuffy is just looking awful, but he's glistening in the, in the firelight.
And you smell fascinating to goblins.
Yes.
Poog, was there some sort of spell or prayer or witchery hex that you wanted to cast?
Yes. I would like to cast. I'm gonna try and go over to the machine, the contraption, and just act like I'm inspecting it. Like,
Just making sure everything's going on, poking, stick 'em right.
and I would like to cast Rot of Dogfinder as best I can on this thing. Where I believe I'm cursing my enemy with a deadly rot that weakens it.
Right.
Right. So I'm going. This is my first time rolling a spell. So how do I do it again?
Before you roll, you have a holy symbol that benefits you when you're using these spells. What is
Right,
your
of
holy
course,
symbol,
fine.
and do you want to be holding it?
Yes. I should have thought of this before. My holy symbol is
We had said pliers in our
Oh, that's right. 'cause
Oh yeah, pliers to
Off
pull
camera.
the dog's teeth out.
Yeah, off camera. Yeah, because I like to pull canine teeth. Terrible.
goblins.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll stick with that. I like it. Pliers.
All right,
Pull out
so
my pliers.
you have your pliers, and how does describe how Rot of Dogfinder looks, and how you get the result in the end.
I'm gonna hold one leg of the pliers and just so that they're just kind of loose and opening and closing, and I just kind of wiggle it around as if I like had a wand, but I don't know what I'm doing.
All right.
Just opening, closing,
Yeah,
clamping.
clank, 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 clank. As I rattle off some like you guys ever heard an auctioneer?
Yes.
With like
25, 25, 25,
Yeah.
25.
so he's just kind of like.
Be cursed up. Make my other guy better.
So,
How to
to the
go?
man of the blue hat.
Perfect. roll your faith.
Okay. Faith rolling. I got a 7.
All right, that 7 is perfectly good enough to do this. As you weaken your enemies with a deadly rot,
Yeah.
the effect doesn't actually harm your enemies, but it brings your comrade up to par against them. And Chuffy, your
Whoa.
wound sets and heals itself. You can feel your shoulder pop into place, and the wound and swelling immediately diminishes. You no longer have.
But in my eyes, comparatively,
You're not
if-
looking backwards, are you?
Right, but like to describe but to so like contraptions here on health and Chuffy's here on health, and so basically I brought this down to his health levels, so now they're equal again.
By bringing
But really,
his up.
He is up. Yes.
Yeah.
I did a curse. I weakened my enemies. For
You sort
anyone,
of
for
popping
anyone
those
not
behind
catching on, I'm actually a cleric, not a warlock. I think I'm a warlock and I'm cursing my enemies, but really I'm a cleric and I'm healing my ally.
You succeed at your clanking about, and all the goblins
Sweet.
are watching you and cheering and being like, "Whoa, whoa! He's shaking his thing around."
I wish more people reacted that way.
Just goblins, the ultimate hype men.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need more goblins in my life.
And one of the guards says to you both, as you kind of are both nearby now, he says, "Which one are you going in?"
Me. Wait. No. Him.
Oh,
I will. And he just like turns to see this like just covered in just the most disgusting stuff.
Blends with slime. Yeah, you're certainly greased up. And you can see the entrance. The guard points with his dog slicer towards the entrance. And, are you going to crawl in willingly?
Chuffy's gonna take a running start.
Just dive.
You know what? Okay. If you want to do a running start, you will have fewer checks to make, but I'm going to give you a penalty.
Okay. Yeah.
Technically, it would be agility here. Actually, yeah, it'll be agility here. Normally it would be athletics, I think, because you'd be crawling carefully. Agility, you're trying to just fly through as best you can.
just this greased up, just disgusting looking thing, just like barreling his way through, like Mission Impossible, but with like disgusting like pus flying off.
So it's going to be a wash in this case. Your greasiness outweighs your recklessness. So all I need is one agility check.
All right.
And that's a 5.
5 will do it.
The goblins go insane seeing this. They just start freaking out and screaming, as this has never happened before. And as you're running in the mud leading up to this, you see several ears hanging from the entrance of perhaps people have been too cocky before, but you've built up too much speed to stop now. And you dive in, hitting against like the flat side of a blade, and it gives you just enough air to keep sliding through. A lot of the wire is actually sunken down into the mud at this point, so you just found a perfect way to cheat your way through this. You take no wounds, you lose no ears, your fingers are all intact, you still have all of your toes. You never had a tail, but if you had a tail, it would still be here. You make it through to the other side and are in front of Chief Gutwad now, who looks down at you with absolute surprise, clapping his big flabby hands. You might already made Licktoad history.
And like I'm picturing this thing, like he just spurts out the other side, stuff flying off of him, lands in the mud.
Yeah, you've got a lot of mud added now too.
Just looks up and smiles with this big toothy grin, and that's all you see is like the teeth, and then just mud and pus.
The goblins are all cheering, and after they've had a moment to calm down a little bit, Slorb is called over to Chief Gutwad, and Chief Gutwad pulls a ring off of his large fingers and gives it to Slorb. Slorb brings you that ring and says,
it easily slides onto his
hand.
hand.
Yeah, it'll easily slide on. It's a little loose, actually, because Chief Gutwad's fingers are bigger than yours.
Yeah,
but also the slime helps it, I guess. He gives you this ring and says, "This on loan from Chief Gutwad. It's his favorite climbing ring. Allows him to climb with all the confidence of a chief."
Appreciated.
You can add to your inventory weird climbing ring.
Weird climbing ring. All right.
It's at this point that there's certainly no games that could top what you've just done. And so most of the goblins start to break away into groups. There's some sort of game that's like hide and seek that they're all looking to play, but it's hide and get your head smashed in. It's played with clubs, and when you find them, you hit them as hard as you can. A lot of the goblins are also quite intoxicated at this point, having drank much of the barrels of fermented apple. Is there anything that you two would like to do before going to sleep or finishing out the night?
Chuffy is not going to wash himself off.
Let it dry.
Just let it cake on there, baby. But he is going to go and have another drink of the cider.
All right. How about Poog?
Poog's already asleep.
Just right by
he fell asleep. Fell asleep, like you dove into the thing and he didn't even see how it ended.
Perfect. Yeah, so Poog is happily asleep. He had drank quite a bit the entire day, so that's kind of fair. And Chuffy, you're able to get more drinks, and with how much you've already consumed and how gross you are, you just kind of keep drinking. No need for a roll here. You're just having a good time.
I'm just having a good time. And I drink until I pass out for sleeping till the next
Yeah,
day.
you wake up in the morning. It's a rather unpleasant, cold morning, a little bit overcast. You both are waking up, and roll for me your vigor check. All that day drinking catches up.
I got a 5.
Psych. Freaking psych.
Got a 10.
Neither of you are sickened. The hangover did not find any invitation into your body. So, Chuffy, you wake up hanging off the side of the barrel, and another goblin on the other side of the barrel is hanging off as well. It's Baba Boop, who wakes up, falls back asleep.
Can't handle his liquor.
Oh, help! Help! Get him off me!
I'm gonna look around for the source of the noise.
It appears that
You hear a dunk 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 from inside the barrel.
Who got tossed in the barrel? Okay, yeah.
You fell asleep first.
Yeah, and obviously this is like an 8th grade sleepover, so
Of course.
you got bullied.
First one to fall asleep.
If they would write, they would draw write something mean on their face.
They're not allowed to draw my face or else they get burned.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're just trapped under a barrel. And yeah, you're trapped.
So I'm imagining that like I'm hanging off one side and Bubba Boop is hanging off the other side. So if I let go, it'll just tumble towards Bubba Boop.
Yeah, sure. We'll say that.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let go and let it tumble over onto Bubba Boop.
That wakes him up. He goes, what? And then falls back asleep. A Poog appears.
Just cuddles the barrel.
Ta-da!
All right.
Okay.
I think we need to get some dogs.
I pull out my pliers.
Goblin dogs.
Oh. Yeah. If I learned anything from yesterday, we're both really good riders.
I'd like to continue my dance and kind of strut out towards the stables.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna follow him out towards the stables.
Hey, you guys make your way down to the stables. The morning is moving very slowly for all of the goblins. After a feast and a rousing round of hide and get clubbed or bashed head in, whatever they call it these days, the goblins aren't really moving about much. There's some cold leftovers from the night before, so if you want to get some food, you certainly can on your way. But afterwards, you've made it to the stables. That is not manned because Baba Boop is just laying down somewhere next to a barrel. You can, you can see the harp, the lantern, and I think there's like 8 different goblin dogs you can select.
All right. Chuffy's going to first like grab Snake Rush from his belt.
Which one do you think?
Does it know how to ride?
That one.
And he's going to point to just a random dog.
What is the name of this goblin dog as you approach?
I think that one's pregnant.
Good Stinky Rush.
Oh, good Stinky Rush. I mean, there's no names written on these stalls, so you could name it anything you want.
Yes, Stinky Rush.
Stinky
Does
Rush
this work for you?
is certainly happy to lick your face, get some tasty morsels and flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It seems affectionate. Poog, what do
Good
you?
pick, Stink Rush.
Okay, I guess.
I'd like to take the other pregnant goblin dog.
What's its name?
Oh no.
You should have known I would ask after I just did that to Adiz.
Its name is, I'm the naming guy.
That is your skill.
Its name, its name is, Dogface. Dogface.
Yes, Goblin Dog. Dogface the Goblin Dog.
Yeah.
It looks
Very
at you.
creative, Poog. Thank you.
You guys
Good name.
have selected. You've selected your 2 Goblin Dogs. And
Wolf. Probably maybe 20 goblin dogs, really. It's an investment. We both got pregnant dogs. Smart investment.
Long-term gains. What are
And then we
gains?
can sell them and make money.
What are gains?
I don't know when my voice became with this, but
Bippity boppity.
by the end of this module, you'll just be like hardcore mafia mobsters.
yeah.
Hey, what are you doing around here?
Hey, what are you doing? Hey,
I'm trying to walk here.
I'm walking here.
What did you say to Poog?
In puberty too. Just,
What did you fucking say? As you're preparing to leave and talking near the stables, Slorb approaches you with a bundle of various strange devices. It looks kind of like what Chief Gutwad used to light the bonfire last night. And he says,
We have some supplies for you so you know what to look for. These can help you find more. Use them if you need, and use them to identify when you bring them back.
There's 4 of these small little paper things that you're not sure what they do, but they look small. There are 2 that look like what Chief Gutwad had last night, something you could fit in your hand and point at something. You saw him twist it at the bottom, and that activated it. And there's one that's much larger. It looks like it would be difficult for one of you to hold, but it looks like there's a fuse of some kind that you would light.
So like context, like there's 2 like Roman candle looking things, and then
Yeah.
like one that's kind of like a bottle rocket, essentially.
Yeah, and then 4 that like look like they might make a loud noise or flash of like smoke or something. Like you know those little things that you throw on the ground, they do the little poppets?
Yeah, poppets. Yeah.
Like that, but it looks more like quite a bit bigger.
'Kay.
Not giant, but something that could be a little bit more annoying.
Nice.
You guys can divide those among you however you want. The larger firework item has like a hook on it, so you can put it on your backpack or something.
Poog is talking to his goblin dog
Poog
friend.
was talking to my mom.
Ribbit.
Poog's mom has got it going on.
Oh, Rita.
yeah.
Real big bad or whatever.
Rita Big Bad.
She
Okay,
probably
so
walks
I got-
by and just like looks at you and is like, "Have fun, bye," and then moves on.
Thanks, mom. It's just so supportive.
No hugs. So supportive.
Okay. So he handed us the 1, 2, 3, 7 fireworks.
Yes.
Things.
Yeah, 7 total.
Do you want the big one?
Yeah.
I'll take the 2 Roman candles, not realizing that, not even seeing the big one.
Okay. So that'll give the big one and the 4 poppets to Chuffy.
Yeah. Chuffy's
All
just
right.
like holding the big one and like, okay. Puts on his backpack.
I'm like, yeah, of course I take the best one. I take not the best one.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you going to begin traveling along the creek using the map?
There's not like any like. Yeah, no. There's nothing we really need to prep, right? I don't think.
No, it would just be up to what you want to do. You could steal the lantern and the harp back if you wanted, but that's just because nobody's there to stop you right now.
Poog has Dog Finder, and Dog Finder has all the powers, so we gonna be fine.
Chuffy, looking through his gear, realizes he doesn't have anything to light these things with, so he's going to take the lantern.
All right, you take the lantern, which does have like a little flint and steel in it, a little bit of oil as well.
Okay.
You think, could have doused myself in oil last night, but didn't need to.
Didn't need to. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
All right. On that note, I'm assuming you guys are just gonna head on off.
Yes, sir.
All right. You two begin to head off from the village. I'll switch your visuals in a moment. You head off from the village along the path, heading towards the creek, so that once you hit the creek, you'll follow that in the right direction and hopefully get to a safe area. And as you're wandering away from the tribe lands, you start to think, you don't have all these goblins here to help you. It's just the two of you. You glance at each other while you're walking along this path, probably like climbing over a log or something, and you take a moment to consider how dangerous things are out here, and how small the two of you are. Both of you roll common knowledge.
That'll be a 4 from Pig.
It's a 3 from Chuffy.
Would Chuffy like to spend a Benny to reroll?
Nah.
All right. Chuffy...
He didn't even ask Stink Rush.
I forgot to ask Stank
Yeah,
Rush.
Stink Rush.
Stink Rush.
Spider noises.
Insert spider noises here.
So, as you're walking, you both think about what dangerous things are likely out here. I mean, there could be humans, and a single human is very, very deadly, especially if they had a horse with them. Horses, I mean, one hit and they can kill a goblin in the face with a hoof. There could be dogs out here, and there's big animals too. Lots of big animals, giant frogs, snakes, giant spiders. I mean, there's the small creepy kinds as well that you can certainly find and munch on your path, or take as pets. But Poog in particular starts to think about two things he heard about in the village. You're walking along and you're thinking about Lot's legs eats goblin babies many. And you're thinking, what was that? And it dawns on you, that was a giant spider that they've heard. And you're kind of walking into his territory. His, I don't know what gender it is. It's a giant spider. I'm not a... Anyways, you know that could be a real worry.
Canceled.
Dang it. Our first module here. There's also Vorka the cannibal that you had heard about. And you're not sure if Vorka has any special abilities or if Vorka's even alive. And for that matter, Scribbleface is out here somewhere. He could have evil powers. He could make you read words. Uh-oh. Is there anything you'd like to do as you're traveling along? You find the creek, of course.
You're, I've been traveling with you for what feels like forever, and I forgot the name of your cage.
Cage have no name.
Huh.
Spider is Stank Rush.
I disagree! You've been calling a name for a whole day!
Spider is Stank Rush. You talk Stank Rush?
I'm gonna like slap at no one.
The spider Stank Rush! I was wrong. Stank Rush is Spider. Spider is probably friends with other spiders, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Stank Rush says that separated from other spiders at a young age.
Right. So
Don't know too many other spiders.
All right.
So right. So we reintroduced Stank Rush to Mom, and Mom will not kill us. Perfect plan. No fear from Mom. Big boss legs eats babies. But no eat Poog. Poog friends with baby.
You want Chuffy to get rid of Stank Rush?
Well, now the Poog think about it.
Last legs eats baby. Stank Rush is baby. Last legs just eat baby. Not really help Poog. How fast Chuffy run? Chuffy a good runner?
Chuffy decent runner,
Decent.
but
Okay.
Chuffy
Poog,
better.
Poog.
Chuffy better sneaker.
Nick, okay. So Poog, trip Chuffy, outrun, last legs eats baby. Poog safe. Okay. Poog ready to travel with Chuffy now?
Uh-huh. Chuffy's gonna like stealth into the tree line.
Where'd he go?
Are you going to try and keep following, but like stay off the main path that you're walking along, or are you actually just hiding? Like,
Yeah, so can you see my cursor?
I can.
Okay, yeah, so kind of he wants to kind of like veer off of the path and kind of go over kind of just off the path and kind of follow along with, if depending on where Poog is going.
Poog, were you just happy to keep trucking along, or were you saying that in like stationary, talking with your comrade?
Was probably walking and talking, and then turns and he's just gone. Poog's like, oh!
Why don't you both roll for me? For Poog, it's a notice, and for Chuffy, of course, it's a stealth.
Poog got a 2.
Are you able to move your token?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to go. You can go into the woods as much as you want here.
I will put Dog Finder on my head and continue
Equipped.
towards. Yeah, I'll equip Dog Finder.
You're just gonna keep
And
on
I
going down the
will-
path.
Well, yeah. Someone has to be the hero, and Chuffy died, so
Chuffy's gone.
I'm gonna move you guys forward a little bit then.
Okay.
We'll say, I'm gonna move you down over there, but put yourself roughly where you'd want to be in relation to Poog. At about when he Poogs right here. I mean.
I think I'm about good from where I want to be from Poog.
Okay, good. It's at this point, as you're walking along, both of you roll stealth.